All right, mamas. Today we are talking all about how to get support from your loved ones when it comes to rocking this lifestyle. So, I don't know about you, but often when we go down a path of trying to make changes or making some shifts to our habits, we can often get conflict or even friction from those that are closest to us. And so today I want to give you some real strategies that you can use to create less conflict, less friction, more understanding, and more support. My number one tip starts with you. And that's accepting that you might not be right. What that looks like is when we go down this path or this journey, we might have other people having habits that are different than us. So what does this look like? Perhaps your husband is really stressed out at work. And so every day he's coming home, he's cracking beers and smoking cigarettes. Or maybe you're telling your best friend about participating in this program and she's getting defensive and starting to criticize the whole thing. And you might be left wondering what's going on here. So, when you're sharing this new lifestyle, what that can be communicating to those that love you is that your lifestyle is right and their lifestyle is wrong. Can also bring up insecurities within the other person, and so we kind of want to dissolve all of that. We want to get you back to that place of understanding the other person's perspective, get you back to compassion, support, empathy, and understanding. So, the first thing you want to just step back and do is realize that if there is friction or conflict, you're participating in that. So, instead of having that judgment, I just want you to get curious about what your husband might be experiencing or what your best friend might be experiencing when you start to present these healthier or what you perceive to be healthier habits to them. So, how do we do this? Curiosity looks like this. So, instead of thinking, why are they so different from me? I want you to ask yourself, when have I dealt with something similar? Or maybe you're thinking, how do I get them to stop the bad habit? I want you to flip that to be, what problem is this bad habit trying to solve? And then lastly, instead of thinking, what is wrong with them? I want you to flip it into, what might they really need right now? So, as your loved ones feel more understood and less judged by you, you'll actually see that they are more flexible towards your new habits and your new beliefs. So, you want to create that space for non judgment, compassion, and understanding. And that is going to help you get the support that you want with these new choices. The next tip that I have for you is I want you to be persistent but not pushy, because pushy creates resistance, and often when we're trying to push something down somebody's throat or we keep talking about it, can bring up a lot of fear for the other person. And people and humans, we don't want to change, and so underneath all of it is really fear. And so our loved ones might be thinking things like this: what if you become a different person? What if this new food tastes gross? What if your healthy habits make me have to confront my unhealthy habits? What if people don't accept us anymore? What if you judge me or don't love me anymore now that you're becoming this new person? What if I can't keep up with you? And what if life gets uncomfortable? So underneath this fear that's showing up is when we try to push it and force and try to get everybody else on board with us, it just creates that resistance, right? So instead of pushing, we're going to be persistent. So you're going to continually provide opportunities for your friends and your family to join you, but be very open to what they might say. So you're open to the responses. So being persistent could be things like offering dishes at the dinner table, but again, not pushing them down your husband's throat or your kid's throat or your best friend's throat. You're putting it there, but you're going to not push it and make them have to do the choice. You can invite your friends and your family to go on runs or go on hikes or join you in exercise classes and continue to have the conversation just in a way that is not judgmental. We want positivity, we want connection. And as much as you can, you want to just take all the drama and the emotion out of those conversations, validate your loved one's reasons, and then allow them to just be exactly where they're at in their journey. Over time, what I've found and what people in my programs have found is sometimes people get inspired. When you just do you and you continue with this lifestyle, when they're ready, the opportunities are there. So continue to be that inspiration, continue to be that strong, fit, empowered mom. And know that whether or not it creates change now or creates change in the future, you are providing a great example for those that are closest to you if they decide that that is the right path for them. And with that being said, I want you to really take time today to really think about if the reason why you're showing up for this lifestyle has to do with you, or if it has to do with all of those that are closest to you. And why do I say this? Because often people who join onto my programs, they say things like, I want to keep up with my kids, or I want to be a healthy mom for my kids, or I want to be a good role model for my kids, or I want to live a long life and make lots of memories with my husband or with my wife. So when you think about that perspective, intrinsic motivation or getting motivated from deep within you is something that you want to get really clear on, because that's what's driving you. That's what's inspiring you to make those choices. So take time today to really think about, why am I doing this? Are you doing it for your kids? Are you doing it for your loved ones? Are you doing it for you? But just think about how or what, think about why you want this. Sometimes we lose sight of that, especially when it gets a little bit hard along the way. But I want you to really think about, why are you on this journey? Okay? And coming back to that place, just remember, by working towards these goals, becoming a healthier, happier, more confident version of you, you will have inspiration and influence that is going to trickle down to everybody that you touch. Okay? So just continue to keep showing up, keep providing those opportunities, keep that open heart, and keep open conversations. Right now, in this moment, whatever age your kids might be, that might change over time, right? You might have to plant a lot of seeds for years and years and years. And then eventually, maybe you'll start to see the impact and the influence that all of those choices made by you choosing the Fit Mom lifestyle. So, those are my top tips for all of you. If you have any questions at all, or you want to start the conversation, know that I'm only a message away. Have a good day.